I'm going to show you how to do the surface crochet for the Tartan Plaid Cowl pattern. And even if you're not a crocheter, this is a really easy technique to do. So I've got my H hook, and I've done a garter stitch swatch here, which is the same as what you'll make in the pattern. And I've got my contrasting yarn. You're going to hold your yarn behind your cowl, and you're going to find your cast on edge, and you're going to go in between two of the stitches on your cast on edge. You'll find a hole there in between two of those stitches. You're going to take your hook, go into that hole, and draw up a loop with your contrasting yarn. Now I'm going to, so we find our garter stitch ridge, and I'm going to find my first stitch that's above where I pulled my loop through. If we spread it apart a little bit, you'll see there's a hole above that garter stitch. I'm going to slip my hook into that hole, grab the red yarn, pull a loop through, and then pull that loop through the first loop that I made. I'll tighten that down just a little bit. You don't want to tighten it too much. You want it to look neat, but you don't want to tighten it too much, or it will pucker your scarf. It'll pull it too tight. So I'm going to find my next garter stitch on the next row up. Find the hole above that garter stitch, go in, pull up a loop with the red yarn, and pull it through the loop that was already on my hook. Garter stitch, go into the hole, grab the red yarn, pull up a loop, pull it through the loop that was on my hook. And we'll keep working like this all the way to the top. When you get to one stitch away from your bind off edge, in order for me to make this match the bottom, because we don't take the red color over our cast on edge, it goes behind it. So at this point, I take my hook and I come into that hole from behind. I'm going to grab the last loop that I made, and I'm going to pull it underneath. And at this point, and you can turn to the back of your work so that you can see this better, you'll cut your yarn and then draw it up through that loop to finish off your surface crochet stripe.